Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to finally release how to make a black tourmaline floor wash and a black tourmaline spray. This is probably going to be one of my shorter videos, but you have to do this right or things will get crazy. Now, make sure if you're in an environment with a bunch of unbalanced family members, don't do this. Then don't do this at all, because this is going to set everyone crazy. It's going to make arguments and fights because it just irritates people's demons when the problem's on them and not on you. And now I've taught elixirs before. I don't think many of you should be doing elixirs, just because most of you are not doing it right and you won't get the beneficial effects of this. So with a black tourmaline floor wash or a black tourmaline spray, it's really simple. I'm teaching you the at-home to-do version. Eventually I'll release my super powerful version that takes a lot longer and takes ritualistic practices to make the essence of black tourmaline go into water or oil to become extremely powerful. But if you would like to make a black tourmaline floor wash, you'll notice giant changes appear in your life. Everything just feels so calm and everything just starts getting better wherever you go all the time. Now, like I said, you have to be aligned. Make sure you work with black tourmaline before you do this, because things will be crazy. The black tourmaline, as an essence, will try to dissolve some of your issues and some of your problems that you face and just make things crazy. So, many disclaimers. This can make things crazy if you're not balanced. The whole thing is, make sure you have... This is basically extra protection on top of protection already. If things are already crazy and you've been working with black tourmaline already, then you can use this method. Now, I'm going to start off with the floor wash first, because floor wash is more important than a spray. Take a pan, like a pot. You fill it with water. You put one piece of black tourmaline as a stone, not as a dusty piece, but like a round piece, or a piece that you know is not going to shaft off and break off and chip and become fragile. You don't want to do that. That's not what we're doing here. We're doing and yeah, things in the world, especially with some of the astrological weather and the eclipses going on, things are crazy. That's why some of you have been having sleep problems and most of you have been getting sick, because of the planets, okay? Just letting you know. Especially those who have not been taking care of themselves. Now, with black tourmaline as a floor wash and as a spray, because this is really, I'm not going to teach us a bath because that's a little, I'll teach us as a bath, okay. Cool, I'm adding baths in here. So black tourmaline, floor wash, spray, and bath. Take a piece of black tourmaline that's freshly cleansed and freshly charged. Put it in a pot. Boil it for 30 minutes. Let it sit for 30 minutes. Now you have a black tourmaline essence. It's black tourmaline water. But like I said, it has to be cleansed. It has to be charged. If it's not, then you're going to have a rough time. This is for advanced spiritualists. Maybe I should put that in the title. This is for advanced people practicing spirituality. For people who already mastered crystals, already working with crystals, and would like to upgrade themselves some more. And like I said, this is I've made so many disclaimers. Things will get completely crazy after you do this. So take the black tourmaline, boil it, let it cool, take the stone out of the water, take it out, and then cleanse and charge the stone. Now you can forget about the stone. Now you have a black tourmaline water. This has an expiration date of 24 hours. This water it will expire in 24 hours. You don't want to use it after 24 hours. Make sure it's covered, make sure it's sealed, use it immediately, and you pray over it. You can pray Psalm 91 and emphasize the part with the angels. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. You can do the St. Michael's prayer as well. And then you will call your angels in, like actual angels, beings above the firmament, beings of light, beings of goodness, helpers of humanity, not spirits or any kind of, well, I don't work with ancestors. Indirectly, yes, but work with angels for this, because they're very powerful at getting the negative energy out, especially when there's demons. That's why if you do this and there's people in the house with demons, things will get very crazy very fast. It'll be worse than Moldavite. Now, the thing with this, you take the black tourmaline water, you mop from back to front. And after you do this, you'll notice a giant change in your house. You can add sea salt to this water as well. You can add peppermint essential oil. Now you have a whole spiritual bath for the house based on a crystal. Don't do this with other crystals. Don't try this with other crystals. Don't even try this with other crystals. Don't. Because if you don't know what you're doing, if you're doing it with a crystal such as amethyst and some of your other chakras are not aligned, it's not going to be very favorable. Let's just say that. You can add clear quartz to this black tourmaline water as well when you boil it, but the crystal won't break. You're boiling it very lightly. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. You can take a piece of already boiled water and drop tourmaline in it. No, this is not poisonous regarding of what online says. Oh, I heard online, if you take this crystal and you put this crystal in the water, everyone poisoned. And then I'm washing all my crystals with water that has soap and water in it. And I've made videos about this before. People online don't have experience and they will be the biggest teachers. Someone who has no experience on anything about crystals, or if that person's never had that crystals in their entire life and they're talking about how it's not good when it goes in water, because you read a guide and the guide's talking about if you basically mix the chippings with the water, if it's a hardened piece like a circle of black tourmaline, a sphere, or if it's a piece of black tourmaline that you know is not going to shave off, no, there's no problem with this, because we're using the spiritual essence and you remove the black tourmaline. So for the people doing that, they're like, oh, it's going to okay. For people who have no idea what they're saying, they're going to say that. That's exactly how you know when someone has no idea what they're talking about. It's like, oh, you can't put selenite in water. How do you think they cut it? Sir. Okay, but back to this point. Sir or ma'am. And I remember TikTok, someone made a video on TikTok of them putting selenite in water and it went viral because all these people were angry. How dare you? You're putting other people's lives at risk. People who are watching this video. That's the problem with the spiritual community, and the crystal community. No, you can't wear more than 3 crystals or you'll have crystal chaos. Misinformation. You take the black tourmaline, you remove it. You could just, if you're worried about the black tourmaline being strained, put it in a cup around the warm water so that the essence is kind of going to the water. Kind of like, you can put it in like a plastic bag, etc. That's an alternate method. Or you can do it semi-warm water. You can do it. It doesn't have to be warm water. Maybe if you don't want to use the hot water, just leave the black tourmaline out for 3 hours in regular water. Sounded like a giant duck if you guys can hear that. I don't know what goes on in this world. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. It sounds like a giant duck. That's pretty cool. I like ducks, so. Okay, so with the black tourmaline, you can put it out in the water and leave it there for 3 hours. You mop your home with it back from front. You'll notice things just get better. If things get crazy, that means there's other things that you have to address within yourself and around you. And you should probably put black tourmaline around your house before you do this method, because it's not going to work out as favorably. You want to put black tourmaline in every corner of your house regardless. You should put the black tourmaline necklace on from FloridaStoneman.com. It's a really easy method. It's really, really, really easy to use black tourmaline as an elixir. So what about the spray? I thought about the Floorwash. The spray, like I said, you can add whatever essential oil you desire. You can put lavender in there. And no, this won't negatively affect pets, unless your pets don't like lavender. Just a tiny bit. Don't be dumping a whole bottle of lavender in the bottle, okay? Don't take the lavender from Amazon and then put the lavender on the ground so heavily that you slip in the lavender. Don't do that, okay? Where's the duck noise? But the point of the spray is the same thing. You just let the water sit out. You let it go room temperature. Don't use the water when it's hot. And then you spray it around your house. I would do this after the floor wash. And you can put this in your car too. If you know for a fact that you're not the problem, and hey, you can't do this without prayers. You can't do this without asking God for help, because black tourmaline as an essence can be very crazy and get rid of a lot of negative energy at once. And if you do not have help from God, if you have not been praying and asking for help, this won't work the way you want it to. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have to ask God for help. He's the one who made the crystals. He's the one who gets all the glory. He's the one who's going to be helping you with the cleansing. You're not doing this 100% by yourself. So this is really cool methods. I thought this was going to be a little bit of a shorter video. And you can practice it every week. You can do this every single day, as often as you want to. There's no downsides. Only downside is the blessings will flood into your life so hard where you've never imagined them in your life, and now there's so many blessings and you don't know what to do. That's the hard part. Remember, people I help, people who get there's people who get crystals from FloridaStoneman.com. Their worries go from how am I going to pay the bills to, oh my God, what am I going to do with all this new money that comes to me? Like all these, because that's something that's happened in the past week. I don't know what people are doing here. I don't know how that sounds on your side, guys' side, but people will get a crystal such as citrine, aventurine, pyrite and they'll wear it and be like, oh, what am I gonna do with the scratch off money? And this is too crazy. And I'm like, your problems a week ago was, how am I gonna pay this? Now you're talking about, oh, what am I gonna do with all the scratch off money? Okay, but don't do this bath with green aventurine. Do not. Heart chocolate crystals on the floor. Don't do this. Only do this method and with the spray. And you've been warned. Only do this method with the spray with black tourmaline and green aventurine. Not green aventurine. Sorry, the duck noise in the background is distracting me. I don't know how Floridians make duck noises. Maybe it's like the duck call. But yeah, do this method with black tourmaline and clear quartz. Nothing else. You can put it in a spray bottle, spray it on yourself, spray it around the house, etc. No downsides. This will feel good. This will feel wonderful. This will feel awesome and amazing. It'll help you feel grounded. It'll help you feel safe. It'll get dark entities out of your house. Like I said, you can add sea salt to this. You can add any essential oil you desire to this. It's going to be really cool once you guys see what this does. It's very protective and very strong. For the bath, you would just put it in the bathtub, or you could dump it over you. Really easy. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.